All good? Okay. We have junior Larissa Mendes, we have head coach Michelle Collier, and we have junior Heloise Soares. We'll take questions. Rod?
Coach, Saturday you basically had the team together for the first time.
Yes.
From the end of the summer. What were your expectations? What were you looking for them to accomplish in that 5-set match with Auburn, and do you feel they accomplished that?
Yeah, I think for us it was mainly a lot about our side, just kind of getting everybody out there, understanding how the players are going to react in some of those situations and scenarios, get to know them a little bit better out of those situations. Obviously, practice is different than a match or when you have an opponent that's kind of picking on some of the things that they're seeing and trying to challenge you in that aspect. So I think it was great to see how everybody responds, how they're going to work well together, how we're going to communicate, how do people make other people play around them. Those are all important things to get to know as we start to make decisions here.
Coach, in this era of transfers and newcomers, what's your best practice for getting the team to bond and come together?
Yeah, I think we, Sunday actually we had practice scheduled and we ended up kind of using that time to talk about some things as a team that we want to do instead of practice. So it was more of a mental practice, a practice that talks about things that how we come together. We have people that have come from a lot of different coaching backgrounds, and this is probably the first time since I've been here that we have more newcomers than returners. So it is a challenge, and it is something that we have to fix kind of with the things going. We don't have a lot of time to work on some of these things, and so we felt like that time was most valuable talking about it, explaining some things, making sure that we're getting all on the same page, and using our opportunities to put that into action. I mean, it's one thing for us to talk about it, it's another thing for us to get opportunities in the court and to actually work on these things on the court, off the court. And I think the team has really bought in, and they're working together to kind of close the gaps there, and I'm sure we'll be ready for Friday.
Nathan?
Coach, piggybacking off of that, because you have international players, a lot of them played this summer.
Yes.
The time crunch now to prepare for the season is very short. Kind of be catch-22. They're getting time on the court, but not gelling with their teammates. How do you manage that?
I think it's part of it. I think it's for the type of players that we're attracting here to Georgia Tech. I mean, they're the best players in their countries, and so it's important for us to be able to provide them with a continuity. They have high aspirations for the game of volleyball. They want to continue to play in an international stage, and we're supportive of that. So I think that we work together with the national teams, and we try to, as long as it doesn't interfere with any official matches, I think that we have compromised to allow them the opportunity to compete. I think they bring a lot of experience back as well. I think that it's valuable for the other players that haven't had those opportunities to be able to interact with players that had those opportunities and make everybody else better. So I think it's an important part of our program, important part of their experience as they continue to focus here on their school and their education. I mean, it's also important that they continue to grow as players and within their goals with the game of volleyball. And we're happy that we're able to give them access to that, and they're allowed to continue to do those things. Now, we have to work harder as a team. Like I said, when they do get back, we got less time. But I think that everybody's bought in, and we understand kind of the challenges we'll have with that, but it's a little bit of give and take.
Rob?
This is for both players. Both of you have had to deal with some injuries in your careers. Where are you now with those injuries, and how did the summer prepare you for this season?
Okay, I'll go. Injuries are always really hard to deal with, but I think our team here really helped us, both the girls and the staff. And I mean, I lost most of season last year. That was really tough, but being able to contribute and help my teammates in other ways outside the court makes us feel engaged and continue to be engaging with the team. And I feel like I didn't really lose anything even though I was not playing, because I was still there. I was talking, I was helping practices, and I mean, I was doing my stuff too. So I'm ready to finally be inside the court with the team, and I'm happy I'm gonna be able to do it for the whole season, hopefully.
Yeah, I lost like half of the season too because of injuries, and it was tough mentally. But I think, as she said, we had a lot of support. Like even this year, getting back, and I still have my tendonitis that I'm constantly with. So it's been really helpful. Our trainers, our staff, they're all very helpful. And I don't know. I feel like this year I just want to help the best way that I can because last year I couldn't the way that I wanted to. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'm sure that she's also excited, and we're very willing to just give her all this season.
Well, speaking for all Georgia Tech fans, we are very happy that you are back on the court. Coach Collier, Otene, Bertolino, 2 starters not returning. They carried so much of offensive load, defensive load, and then service passing. What is your answer to replace those 2 players?
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously, I think, a team evolution, right? We're not going to just put 2 players there and they're going to kind of make up for what those guys did because they were a pretty incredible part of our program. So obviously hard to replace. And our goal is to find different strengths, right? To find different ways that we don't have players that are at their level yet. We have young players in that position, and obviously that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for us, but also a little bit of a great opportunity for those players that will have that chance to really have longevity within that position and in our system. So I'm excited to see how they evolve throughout the years. I think that we have a lot of talent in that position, a lot of good, well-rounded players. And we're looking forward for them to learning our system, being able to understand what it's like to hit at the block that we're going to be facing, at the defense that we're going to be facing. So those will be all adjustments that really you can't cut corners into that stuff. It just comes with time and experience, and hopefully they're learning faster than normal, and then we're closing the gaps there. But I do think that's going to be really one of our biggest challenges, is see how we really kind of balance the loss in that position, not only offensively, but in position 6. We have been very fortunate, from Julia to Mari to Bianca to Tam. I mean, we had some great talent over there defensively. A lot of times they had more digs than our liberos, and so there was somebody that really they dug a lot of balls in that position, and I think that has been one of the things. So we're going to have to block more balls, hopefully balance our offense a little bit more, have other people step up and take 1-2 kills away from our outsides, and be able to be a little more balanced there. And then defensively, kind of the same way. We need more from Sophia. We're going to need to put them in a better system behind better blocks so that they have better looks defensively. They don't have as much responsibility there. So it's going to be a collective effort, and I'm excited about it. I think we have the right people around them to help them grow, and I think that as they get better, it's going to be really exciting.
I imagine this early in the year, you're still trying to make some decisions on what your rotation is going to look like. Among the new faces that have arrived here, can you name any 2 or 3 players that you feel have a good shot of being in that rotation?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the outsides have a great shot at being in that rotation. I mean, I think that's a little bit of the open spot there. And 2 of them are going to have to play a role there. So obviously Mimi had a great spring for us. Noemi had a great spring for us. They've been 2 players that gotten here early, so they were able to train with us in the spring. I think that helps them and gives them a little bit of advantage. Annika is doing a really good job since she got here in preseason. Anna and Laura, who were the 2 players that got here a little bit later, have played some big roles in their club teams and in their national teams. So obviously they have experience and they understand a lot about that position and being well-rounded players. So I think all 5 of them will really get a lot of playing time. I think this has been, from talent-wise, it's been the most balanced roster that we have ever had. I think that we have a lot of talent in every position. I think that we're going to be really balanced, and I think a lot of people are going to be seeing playing time way more than in the past. So we're excited about that. We're excited to have answers to some of the challenges that we're going to face, and I really trust this group to continue to grow by each and every week. And I'm excited to see, the volleyball that we're going to be playing in October, the volleyball that we're going to be playing in December. I think this really is going to be a group that it's going to grow and has a lot of talent and a lot of potential. So I'm excited to get started with them.
The fan base has done a really good job of supporting the program. Pretty obvious, with all the sellouts, great atmosphere, all that. What can they expect from the teams you're going to face this weekend in the mini tournament here?
You guys want to go? No, we keep talking. You guys can go. You got it.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly. What are they going to see? Huh?
We're going to see a lot of volleyball. But,
I think we are all so excited to finally start season and finally play together. Most of us got here really late, so just being in the court and especially being inside O'Keefe, of course, you said there's a great fan base and O'Keefe has such a great energy. I think we're really excited to finally be in there and responding to that energy and giving them something really fun to see.
Yeah, I think just as years passed, we're gonna put our best effort out there. I think that has been one of the things about our program is that we're going to fight. We're going to get better. We don't expect perfect matches. I think that there's still a lot of things we're going to have to work through as we go. But no doubt we're going to fight for them, and we're going to, we're very appreciative of their support through the years. I don't think we could have built a program the way that we have built if it wasn't for our fan base and their support and our home court advantage. So we're definitely going to lay it all out there, and we're going to give them good effort, and then we'll go from there. But, they can count on that for sure.
Yeah, we have a lot of new energy, new players, so we're excited to come together and just put it all out there.
Soares, a question for you. This summer, you got best setter for the Pan Am, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations on that. What is a lesson that you learned from that you're going to carry through the season this year?
I think the biggest lesson was just my coaches trust me. Like, I'm there for some reason. But I think it was not a recognition of, my work, but the team's work. Because honestly, the hitters make the setter. So if it doesn't matter if I have hitters on a single block, if I'm serving well, if I'm digging well, if no one's killing balls. So it's just being a team player, I think, is the most important thing for a setter.
Coach, do you name team captains for the season? And if so, who they might be? And if not, then who do you rely on the court to be a leader and a good communicator for your teammates?
Yeah, we have yet to do a team captains, but obviously our upperclassmen are people that we count on that have been in our system, that understand our coaching style and the expectations of our program. So we're leaning into them to be the guidance here. And to set the standard to help kind of bridge the gap between the newcomers and the staff and our culture and the things that we want to do. And then on the court, the setters are always the ones that are expected to kind of lead that role. They are kind of the brain on the court, and they work together with the coaching staff a lot. And I know it's hard being a setter. I think that we're on them constantly. About how we want to play, what do we want to do, how we want them to lead and communicate. So those are always positions that we count on being vocal and kind of having control of what's going on around them. So Lo's going to be ready for that.
I have a question about the setter position. As a setter, are you looking to set the ball to the hot hand or someone that you're familiar with, you have good chemistry with? How do you decide where you're going with the ball?
It depends game to game. It depends on the other team that's on the other side. It depends on who's on my side. There are a lot of things that those little seconds that comes from between the pass and me setting. There's so much going through my head, so much going through my mind. Most of it's just Claudio's voice. But I think I wouldn't say it's always the hot hand girl. I wouldn't say it's always the chemistry. it's a bunch of different stuff that we have to think and analyze again. It's the brain operation.
Very complex for sure. I think not always, strategically you can make the right choice, but then sometimes it's not the right choice based on momentum or how you feel, and the other way around, right? So sometimes you think you're giving it to the hot hand and strategically you should have done something else. So it's always a fine line that they have to navigate, and I don't envy their position, that's for sure.
All right, for Mendes, how fun is it to play in ACC volleyball?
Oh, it's so fun. I love that we have so much competitive teams, especially since last year with the new teams coming. And I don't know, it's great to play at that level. It's very exciting. Every game is a challenge. Like, there are no easy games. So it's great to just be challenged like that and have that level of volleyball here.
You guys will play a number of top opponents this year. In conference, you'll have your Pitt, Stanford. Out of conference, you'll have Tennessee, you'll have Wisconsin, and of course, you'll have Georgia at McCamish Pavilion. What are some matches? Of course, every match is exciting, and you're ready to play. What are some of those matches that you're most excited and looking forward to this season?
I think definitely McCamish, as always. I don't know, we always hope to bring the most fans, so it would be great to play there again, and especially against Georgia. It's a rivalry game, so definitely excited for that.
Back to Mac.
Back to Mac,
Back to
that's
Mac.
right. Yes, she's got it down. But yeah, I think our schedule is very challenging this year. But it is the type of schedule for teams that have aspirations, as I think a program that we built, so we can't shy away from it, even though it's going to be a challenging year for us. There's a lot of new things coming, but at the same time, I think that we've established ourselves in a way that we compete and do things that have earned us that type of scheduling, So I think I'm excited for that challenge. I'm looking forward to every match that we're going to play, starting with Friday. We appreciate being sold out and everybody being out there. And I'm excited for all the other matches to continue to go. So don't forget to get your tickets. We got a few spots coming, so don't be late on the bandwagon here. But yeah, and we're definitely really excited about McCamish. I mean, it's always a match where we get a chance to be in front of more people, be in front of a bigger Georgia Tech supporter base, community base. And so it's really excited to have a chance to share with the community and the Georgia Tech fans about our program and the exciting things that we work so hard behind the scenes for.
Anything else? Any questions in Portuguese?
Yeah. Vai, Kili.
Muito bem.
Nada. Obrigado.
Awesome, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I go Spanish.